Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Today I'm going to describe about nice boss versus good boss, understanding the difference that shapes careers and organizations. Leadership is one of the most powerful forces in any workplace. A leader can inspire confidence, unlock potential, build strong teams, and create an environment where people thrive. At the same time, ineffective leadership can discourage talent, reduce productivity, and weaken organizational culture. Among the many discussions about leadership, one comparison stands out: the difference between a nice boss and a good boss. At first glance, the two may appear similar. However, when examined closely, there is a significant distinction being being merely nice and being genuinely good at leadership. Many employees initially prefer a nice boss, such as individuals yet to are pleasant to interact with and often avoid conflict. Yet over time, people usually realize that a good boss provides something more valuable: guidance, accountability, growth opportunities, and long-term success. The ideal leader combines kindness with competence. Understanding the difference between niceness and goodness can help employees, managers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders build stronger relationships and healthier workplaces. What is a nice boss? A nice boss is generally friendly, polite, approachable, and considerate. They often try to maintain harmony and avoid situations that may create discomfort. Characteristics of a nice boss may include being pleasant and easy to talk to, avoiding difficult conversations, wanting everyone to feel happy, being generous with flexibility, frequently saying yes to requests, avoiding criticism to prevent hurting feelings. A nice boss usually has good intentions. They genuinely care about their team members and want positive relationships. Employees often enjoy working with such leaders because interactions are comfortable and stress free. However, leadership requires more than being liked. It is a good boss. Good boss focuses on helping individuals and the organization succeed. They care about people, they also care about performance, growth, accountability, and long-term outcomes. Characteristics of a good boss include setting clear expectations, providing honest feedback, making difficult decisions when necessary, encouraging professional development, holding everyone accountable, protecting team standards and values, supporting employees during challenges, balancing empathy with responsibility. A good boss understands that leadership is not just a popularity contest. Their goal is simply to be not simply to be liked, but to help people perform at their best and achieve meaningful results. The difference between being nice and being good. A simple way to understand the distinction is this: a nice boss wants employees to feel comfortable today. A good boss wants employees to succeed tomorrow. Sometimes these goals align, other times they conflict. For example, a struggling employee may need honest feedback about weaknesses. A nice boss might avoid the conversation because it feels uncomfortable. A good boss will have the conversation respectfully because it helps the employee improve. In the short term, the nice boss may seem kinder. In the long term, the good boss provides greater value. Communication style. A nice boss often softens message so much that employees may not fully understand what is expected. They may say everything is fine, just keep trying, even when performance problems exist. While this approach avoids discomfort, it can create confusion. A good boss communicates clearly and respectfully. They may say you have many strengths, but this area needs improvement. Let's work together on a plan. This message is honest, specific, and constructive. Employees know where they stand and what actions are needed. Handling poor performance. One of the greatest tests of leadership occurs when performance falls below the expectations. A nice boss may delay difficult conversations. They may hope problems resolve themselves. Unfortunately, unresolved issues often grow larger over time. High performing employees may become frustrated when poor performance is tolerated. Good boss addresses concerns easily early. They provide coaching, resources, and support. If improvement does not occur, they take appropriate action. This approach protects both the individual and the team. Accountability creates fairness. Employee development. A nice boss often wants employees to feel comfortable. As a result, they may avoid assigning challenging tasks. While this feels supportive, it can unintentionally limit growth. A good boss encourages employees to stretch beyond their comfort zones. They assign responsibilities and that build new skills. They believe growth happens through challenge, learning, and experience. Although difficult at times, these opportunities often become career defining moments. Decision making. A nice boss may seek consensus on every issue. They worry about disappointing people. This can lead to delays and uncertainty. A good boss listens carefully to different viewpoints. However, once information is gathered, they make decisions confidently. Not everyone will always agree, but progress requires leadership. Good leaders understand that difficult decisions are sometimes necessary for the greater good. Building trust. Trust is not created merely through friendliness. Trust develops when people know the leader is dependable, fair, and honest. Nice boss. Employees may enjoy interacting with a nice boss. However, if expectations are unclear or problems go unaddressed, trust can slowly erode. Good boss. Employees keep good bosses because they know where they stand. Promises are kept, standards are consistent, feedback is honest, actions align with words. This consistency creates lasting confidence. The role of accountability. Many people associate accountability with punishment. In reality, accountability is one of the greatest forms of respect. It communicates that standards matter and that every person's contribution is important. Nice boss. A nice boss may overlook repeated mistakes to avoid tension. A good boss addresses issues fairly and professionally. They understand that accountability protects the entire team. Strong performance appreciate leaders who maintain standards because it creates a culture of fairness. Managing team morale. A common misconception is that being nice automatically improves morale. Short-term morale may rise when difficult issues are ignored, but long-term morale often suffers. Notice when deadlines are missed, standards are inconsistent, poor performance goes unchecked, responsibilities are unevenly distributed. A good boss all builds team morale differently. They create clarity, fairness, recognition, growth opportunities, shared purpose. These factors create sustainable motivation. Conflict resolution. Conflict is unavoidable at any workplace. Different perspectives, personalities, and priorities naturally create disagreements. A nice boss may avoid conflict entirely. Unfortunately, unresolved tension often becomes larger and more damaging. A good boss addresses conflict respectfully and promptly. They encourage open communication. They seek solutions rather than blame. By confronting issues early, they protect relationships and maintain team and effectiveness. The courage to say no. One defining quality of a good boss is the ability to say no when necessary. A nice boss often says yes to unrealistic deadlines, excessive requests, unreasonable demands. Initially, this seems helpful. Eventually, it can lead to burnout and disappointment. A good boss evaluates requests carefully when something is not practical. They explain why. Their willingness to say no protects resources, priorities, and employee well-being. Recognition and appreciation. Everyone wants to feel valued. Recognition is an essential leadership responsibility. A nice boss frequently offers encouragement. This creates positivity. A good boss provides meaningful recognition tied to specific achievements. Instead of general praise, they highlight concrete contributions. This helps employees understand what success looks like and motivates continued excellence. Developing future leaders. Great organizations need future leaders. A nice boss may focus on maintaining harmony in the present. A good boss actively develops future talent, they mentor team members, they delegate responsibility, encourage independent thinking, they prepare people for greater opportunities, their success is measured not only by their own achievements but also by the growth of others. During difficult times, the true leadership often reveals itself during crises. When challenges arise, employers look to leaders for direction and stability. A nice boss may focus primarily on reducing immediate discomfort. A good boss provides honesty, reassurance, and action. They acknowledge difficulties while creating a path forward. People gain confidence because they see leadership combined with responsibility. Why employees sometimes prefer nice bosses? The answer is simple. Human beings naturally enjoy positive interactions. A nice boss often creates a comfortable atmosphere. However, comfort and growth are not always the same thing. Many professionals later recognize that the managers who challenged them, coached them, and held them accountable contributed to most of the development. The leaders who expected more often helped people become more. Can a boss be both nice and good? Absolutely. In fact, the best leaders are both. They combine kindness with accountability, empathy with standards, support with honesty, compassion with courage. They care deeply about people while remaining committed to excellence. These leaders understand that difficult conversations can be acts of respect. They know that helping someone grow sometimes requires temporary discomfort. Being good does not require being harsh. Being nice does not require avoiding responsibility. The strongest leaders balance both qualities. Lessons for aspiring leaders. Anyone seeking leadership responsibilities can learn from its comparison. A. Be kind, but do not avoid difficult conversations. Care about people, but also care about performance. Listen carefully, but make decisions when needed. Support growth through constructive feedback. Maintain standards consistently. Encourage accountability fairly. Focus on long-term success rather than short-term popularity. Lead with integrity and example. Invest in developing others. Remember that leadership is service, not status. Conclusion. The difference between a nice boss and a good boss is not a matter of personality, but of leadership effectiveness. A nice boss seeks to create comfort, while a good boss seeks to create growth, success, and long-term achievement. Niceness alone may win popularity, but goodness breeds strong teams, successful careers, and resilient organizations. The most admired leaders are rarely remembered simply because they were pleasant. They're remembered because they help people improve, overcome challenges, discover their potential, and achieve meaningful goals. They provide guidance when it was needed, accountability when it mattered, and encouragement throughout the journey. In today's evolving workplace, organizations benefit most from leaders who combine human understanding with professional excellence, and when kindness and competence work together, employees flourish, teams perform better, and success becomes sustainable. The ultimate goal is not to choose between being nice and being good, but to develop the best wisdom to be both. This article is intended solely for education, personal development, and general workplace awareness only purposes. Leadership styles vary across organizations, industries, cultures, and individual circumstances. The concepts discussed here represent broad observations and should not be interpreted as absolute rules applicable to every manager or workplace situation. Individual experiences may differ, and effective leadership often requires balancing empathy, accountability, communication, and organizational objectives according to specific circumstances. Thank you very much for your patience. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel.